Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to AOA. Boy, summer is moving forward. We're almost to the month of August, which means we're almost to the month of September. And midway through September, folks, the 13th, 14th, and 15th, it is Husker Harvest Days in Grand Island, Nebraska. Our friends at Chief Agri Grain Storage and Grain Handling have brought us these Husker Harvest Day preview shows. Joining us today to get excited about Husker is Chief President and General Manager Mark Kjar. Mark, thank you so much for joining us today.
Hey, thank you for having me. I certainly appreciate it.
And I've got a feeling Chief is no stranger to the grounds at Grand Island. Mark, you getting excited for Husker Harvest Days this year?
Oh, absolutely. We look forward to the show every year. Multiple reasons: to showcase the great products we produce, how we can help consumers, how as a company we're good stewards to the community. It's in our backyard. Where our grain bin plant is and our corporate office, it's right in the middle. So it's 20 miles from us. Literally our friends, family, neighbors, they attend the local show, let alone people from really all across the world. We have quite a international contingent of people that will be there also. So we're certainly looking forward to it.
That is what's so cool about Husker Harvest Days. It's your backyard. You get a chance to show off the exciting parts of Nebraska to these visitors from around the world, and it is truly a global show. I know another person who's getting excited about it is Matt Youngman. He's the events director at Farm Progress in charge of running Husker. And Matt, how is the crowd looking this year? Are you expecting those international visitors to be back in 2022?
Yeah, we are. I've been working closely with the folks from the state of Nebraska, the economic development folks, and they put together a great program for the international visitors. And it seems to get better and better. It obviously took a dip during COVID, but those numbers are coming back along with all the other numbers. So we're really excited about Husker Harvest Days and really excited to be able to be on with you through this schedule of previews, Mike, and the support from Chief. You know, when we rebuilt that site in 2018, I had a conversation with some folks from Chief, and they stepped right up and helped us with that project. And about every other thing we've ever asked for from Chief is they have found a way to help us fix problems to make the show better and better every year.
That is fantastic. That kind of partnership that has been bred over years of working together and in telling the story of American agriculture to farmers just can't be beat. Matt, you mentioned the rebuild. As COVID might have kept some folks away over the past couple years, the Grand Island grounds look very different than they did here just in recent memory. What are some of the big changes?
You know, that rebuild in 2018 allowed us to build probably the best facility in the world to have an outdoor ag trade show. And, you know, we basically did a complete remodel, all new electricity, internet distribution, security lighting, fencing, storm sewer drainage, paved the roads, just about everything you can imagine to set the format, put the template in place, or put the canvas in place so that exhibitors like Chief can show their wares, show their displays, and educate the visitors. It's a wonderful facility, and you know, we're proud to have Chief right there on the entry gates on the way into the facility. They're helping us out this year, updating 5 of our entry points. You know, it's just kind of a great ongoing partnership at that wonderful facility.
Mark, so Matt has prepared the canvas, as he so eloquently put it, for Chief to paint their masterwork. Tell us, what can visitors to the Chief booth expect to learn here when they make it to Husker this year?
Well, Chief has multiple divisions. We showcase 3 primary business units there. We'll have a beautiful Bonneville home next to a Chief grain bin and Chief building sitting off just the side of that. So those 3 predominant features of Chief. And as Matt indicated, we'll have our the kiosks or the front entry ports. We'll have our names there and along with every street sign. So our grain bin, if I can focus on that, that's my lifeblood here, and that's what excites me, which seems crazy. But nonetheless, we have a bin on site. It's kind of decked out. If you can deck out a grain bin we have circular stairs, the eave to peak stairways. We really highlight the safety and the simplicity. It's the days of climbing the side of a grain bin on a ladder and, you know, for all practical purposes, nearly risking your life to get to the peak. We've changed all that. We we showcase some of the safety features, of course, our aeration, material handling, the complete facility in a small unit, if I can say that. It's obviously not a large commercial bin, but we kind of have it decked out as one.
Right. It can be a template. If you're thinking about making an addition to the farm, you don't have to recreate this one, but it's an idea to get a feel for what kind of the Cadillac of bins is. Mark, would you call it that?
It is. It's not the least expensive bin, we'll say. However, it does give the end users, if I can say, even down to the farm level, the farm site level, they can understand what they'll be seeing and what they'll have when we deliver a new product to them, and also what options are out there so they can make the improvements, and oftentimes they do. Safety is such a concern in today's world.
It is safety and efficiency. And Mark, you mentioned you've got all the different options there, and I'm sure Chief is going to have a big team on hand to help folks talk through what might be the best fit for a bin on their operation.
Oh, absolutely. We'll have the whole sales force there, for lack of better words, to meet with each person individually. We'll have some local dealers on site even to answer questions, to just the best optimize their dollar when they make a new purchase. So yes,
that's right. We got to spend them carefully. That's for sure this year. Before we let you gentlemen go, Matt, Husker is just around the corner. Is the website up and running? Can folks get tickets and secure access so far?
Absolutely. Online tickets are there at huskerharvestdays.com. I was just there last week. I brought my daughter out. It was a take your daughter to Nebraska trip, and she saw her first jackrabbit while we were touring the field demos. Everything looks fantastic and ready to go for the middle of September.
13th, 14th, and 15th, folks, get Husker Harvest Days on your calendar. We've been talking to Chief Agri-President and General Manager Mark Kjar and Matt Young, an Events Director at Farm Progress. Folks, stick around for tomorrow. We'll have more AOA coming right to you. Thanks for listening.